'Twas the night before Krampusnacht, the wind razor thin, when shadows grew long and the old tales grew grim. The hearth fire sputtered, its embers blood red, and fear hung as thick as the tales we'd been fed. The children lay silent, too frightened for dreams, for tonight was when an old alpine folklore took screams. No jolly St. Nicholas, rosy and bright, but the wandering Krampus who stalks through the night. His chains would come clattering, ringing with dread, as he searches for those who misbehaved or misled. With switches of birch and a basket of pine, he hunts through the villages for sinners out of line. Mothers press shutters tight, fathers bolted the door, for once Krampus finds you, you're safe nevermore. The moon, pale and distant, casts sickly gold light, as something with horns stirred the stillness of night. Outside in the snow, hoofprints deepened with frost, like the mark of a creature from legends long lost. The wind carried laughter, yet twisted and cracked, a sound like the forest itself had been racked. Then down from the mountains he came with a roar, his claws scraping ice as he sought house to door. For matted with ashes, breath heavy with rot, horned silhouette rising from nightmares forgot, he slithered down chimneys with serpentine grace, leaving soot and despair in the home's resting place. He sniffed out the wicked, the selfish, the vain, each misdeed a scent, each falsehood a stain. My siblings curled tighter beneath woolen sheets, but I heard the scrape of his hooves out on the streets. A slow, steady rhythm, like drums before war, growing nearer and nearer, then right at our door. The latch trembled twice, then a third time, click, snap, like bones being broken in some unseen trap. The candlelight flickered, then vanished in fright, as a shadow eclipsed all remaining moonlight. His eyes glowed like embers inside the pitch black, twin coals of damnation no virtue could crack. His tongue snaked out long, forked and wickedly red, as he tasted the air for the living, not dead. He stalked through the house, dragging chains on the floor, scraping secrets to surfaces we'd buried before. Then standing before me, he loomed tall and wild, a monster of judgment for every wayward child. "Hast du Gesundheit?" his ragged voice croaked, each word steaming sulfur as quietly he spoke. My breath turned to frost, my courage to dust, for all children falter, misbehave, or lust. His claws brushed my cheek, then my trembling chin, and I'd feared he'd decided to carve out what's within. But he paused, then he listened, then slowly withdrew, as if some unseen reckoning altered his view. From the snowy dark doorway, a bell chimed once clear, St. Nicholas calling his ancient partner near, for in the old legends the bishop and beast walked together to judge both sinner and least. Krampus growled low as though leashed by command, then he slung up his basket with one mighty hand. The chains rattled sharply, the night swallowed sound, in moments he'd vanished, no hoofprint on ground. The house lay in silence, though none dared to rest, for the echoes of Krampus still weighed on each chest. And when dawn finally broke through the frost and the dread, we whispered our thanks for the souls still in bed. But even now, each winter, when cold winds reclaim the valleys and forests, we whisper his name, for Krampus still wanders where misdeeds are rife, the shadows of winter, the judge of your life. So heed now this warning when snow starts to fall. Be kind in your deeds, let no cruelty stand tall. For when bells ring in darkness and chains start to bite, you'll know Krampus is coming to visit this night. Gruß vom Krampus. It is December 5th, the eve of Krampusnacht. It is the last Christmas season of the century, and the city is glowing for the occasion. Munkebergstrasse is strung with golden lights draped like constellations between the buildings. Shop windows shimmer with toy trains, clockwork figurines, and tiny winter villages, turning every storefront into a snow globe. And just beyond, at Rathaus Market, the Christmas market hums with laughter, clinking mugs of glow wine and the soft rustle of pine garlands, swaying in the cold breeze. But beneath the cheer lies something colder. Something watching. Snow falls in slow, heavy flakes, muting the sounds of the city as if the world is holding its breath. It settles in the narrow alleys where the lamps cast small halos of light onto cobblestones. The air is sharp, damp, unmistakably northern. Breath turns to mist. The city seems to inhale with you, waiting as if on edge for something coming. Down in Spiekerstadt, where the brick warehouses rise like fortress walls, the canals have begun to crust with ice. Lanterns flicker along the bridges, their glow just bright enough to reveal footprints where none should be. Locals whisper of a horned shape glimpsed between the warehouses, dragging chains that rattle against the cobblestones. Children vanish. Shadows move against the wind. And then there is the port, Hamburg's restless heart. It stretches out like steel cathedrals. Cranes rising in dark silhouettes against the pale December sky. The Elbe rolls by, slow and heavy, tugboats cutting soft trails through the chilled river. Fog curls between cargo ships stacked with containers in every color imaginable. And at the Landungsbrücken, the holiday spirit returns. Strings of lights glowing along the piers, a few decorated trees perched proudly on the decks of harbor tourboats. However, on this night, sailors swear they hear hooves on metal gangways and see claw marks frozen into the frost on abandoned containers. Tonight the veil thins. Tonight the old stories walk again. Tonight Krampus returns. As we enter the city, it is not 1999. No, it is years and years and years ago. As we are in a small house in the heart of Hamburg, two brothers sit terrified as they hear the sounds of the winds roaring outside. They hear awful sounds of branches scratching at doors and windows. And they've been comforted by their mother and their father. The stories of things in the dark, the stories of things that go bump in the night, they're just that. They're stories. Magic isn't real. Fairy tales aren't real. Or are they? We see a small, frailer boy. The edge of his bed, looking out the window, and a much stockier boy next to him in another bed. As the house begins to quake and shake and rumble, a window shatters. The sound of chains jangling in the wind. Sound of claws and horns scraping at the shutters outside. Eric, would you introduce your character as a child?
My name is Hans Gruber, but not like that villain from the stupid American movie that hasn't come out yet, and he will learn to hate his name when it does come out. Just a pale little nothing of a guy, scared, looking up to his older sibling to protect him from whatever the hell is coming in right now.
And Rowan, would you describe your character as a child?
I'm Luca. Large for even a child. Been throwing hammers my whole life. That's all I know. Red hair, blue eyes, big, stocky. Yeah.
You are both sitting in bed, thinking about the stories that your grandmother had told you earlier that night before tucking in for the rest. The stories of Krampus and how he comes for children when he walks the earth. But Krampus isn't real. You're at the age where you're starting to wonder if Santa's even real. But something is definitely in the house. I need both of you to make stealth checks as you both feel the massive compulsion to hide.
7.
18. Oop. 18.
On an 18, in an uncharacteristic bout of swiftness, Luca, you get behind the rocking armchair in the corner of the room. You pretty much take up the whole space to the point where Hans can't fit. And Hans is left sort of...
I'm just hiding
out
under
in
the
the-
covers. But I'm under the covers so they can't see me because I can't see them. But there's a clear outline of a little child underneath covers.
You hear a bell toll. And you hear the sound of hooves on the wooden floorboards. And you hear deep, heavy breathing from outside of your door. And the door swings open. And standing, filling up the entirety of the doorway and having to crouch to step through, a large hulking figure that you can only think is some sort of demon from beneath the earth. But deep in your hearts, you know is Krampus. Curved horns coming out of his head, a long, unimaginably slender tongue raking out of his mouth into a fork, giant hooved feet as he stomps in, and long clawed hands as he holds a wicker sack and holds a birch switch. Come, children. Come. And you feel compelled, Hans, as his eyes are on you. I need Hans to make a charisma save with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, they're both 11s, so 19. Charismatic as fuck, boy.
You feel the compulsion pulling you and you resist.
I'm still convinced he can't see me. I'm just gonna stay very still and very silent under my covers.
You hear this footfalls and they sound like thunder. Thum. Thum. As he comes up to the bed, and you feel one hand wrap around your frail body and lift you into the air and throw you into the wicker sack. But Luca, he hasn't seen you yet.
Oh, the second I'm touched, I'm calling out for my older sibling. So, Luca!
The chair that I'm hiding behind, is that possibly near my closet?
We could say it is.
I'd like to try and... So my closet is where I keep all of my sports equipment, i.e. my hammers, right? So I gotta get in there to get my hammer. So I'm gonna try and get into my closet real quick and slip in there. And then grab a hammer and throw it at Krampus.
So, we're going to roll initiative, you and Krampus. Let me know what you get.
A nat 20 for a 26?
You get to the closet with no problem. You have your full turn to do whatever you need to do in that closet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab my hammers and come out swinging. I'll attack the Krampus. Let's see. I imagine a 12 does not hit.
A 12 does not hit. No, unfortunately not.
Lovely.
But what it does do is let Krampus know that you exist.
Yeah, that's true. That's lovely. Trying to see if I have a second attack. I'm sure I do, right?
Well, if you have two hammers and you have an offhand, you do have a second attack.
Word. So I'll swing the other hammer. Oh, that's worse. So I definitely don't hit. 9?
No, you do not hit.
That
Krampus,
is,
unfortunately.
I guess that's my turn. Drop my brother, you freak.
You freak. Krampus turns as he's holding Hans in the sack. Ho, 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 ho. Another one. And he goes to grab you to throw you into the sack. You're a little bit more formidable and not cowering in fear. It's going to be opposed to athletics. Krampus rolled a 16.
With a 16 on the die, that's a 23.
So you are able to avoid getting scooped up by Krampus. Which is great, but I will say, as he misses you with his hands, the sort of chain tongue lash comes out of his mouth and wraps around your leg. As it wraps around you, it deals... Oh, I need all of my dice. It deals you 7 points of necrotic damage.
Got it.
And it starts pulling you towards him. It is back to you.
Am I too captured to do anything?
Well, we could see if you're not.
Cool.
Roll a wisdom save to not be terrified.
Oh, I'm sure that'll go fine. That's a natural 1. I'm terrified.
And you piss your pants.
Oh!
Oh, how the tables turn!
And you shit your pants.
Oh no!
I'm the DM now.
The consequences of my actions.
Somewhere, child Zeb. Like, I have to imagine Zeb is like an infant in this moment. Like a toddler, maybe. Somewhere, toddler Zeb just starts laughing. Rowan, you have your turn to try to do something.
Bet. I would like to go into a rage.
This will be the first time that you have ever exhibited rage in your life. You have led a pretty stable and not so awful life, and you are seeing your brother get carried away in a wicker sack, and you are feeling the pain seep into your ankle. You go into a rage. What does that look like as a 10-year-old boy goes into a rage?
I start screaming at the top of my lungs. You know how like a little kid does, like it sounds like a little girl screaming.
Yes.
How they can get very high pitched. That's. I'm trying to go as Goku as possible, right? That's just me, but with 2 hammers in my hand.
What would you like
and
to
then
do?
I'll take another. I'll take another attack on him, and I'm gonna be aiming for his hand to knock the bag with my brother in it out of his hand, if possible.
Go for it.
That's a 25.
That hits.
Can I ask real quick why there are 2 different die types for damage on this weapon?
When you use a hammer, 2-handed versus 1-handed.
I see. I'm assuming one-handed is the smaller die.
Yes.
Right. That is 5 damage.
5 damage is
Or,
not.
well, I guess plus
5.
3
Okay.
from range, right?
Yeah.
So 8.
So 8 damage. We're gonna roll a luck check because Krampus is very used to children just kind of not fighting back. How prepared is Krampus to actually deal with somebody fighting back right in this moment? Let's call it 11 or higher. Krampus holds onto the sack. 10 or lower, Krampus drops the sack. That's a 7.
Let's go!
Krampus drops the sack. And Hans, I keep confusing you two. Hans sort of rolls out of the sack in a fetal position ball.
That's my brother, scumbag.
And Krampus is going to use his reaction to make a grab for both of you. With a nat 20 on the die.
Oh, God.
Good game, guys.
You feel the claws reach out to scrape into, trying to grab your faces almost. Pick you up by the head kind of thing. And the claws scrape across both of your faces. But something stops from the full grasp. And you notice it's starting to get light outside. The sun is rising. And you hear as he quickly turns and shambles out the door, carrying sack and switch. And you are left each with identical scars across your face, as his touch not only cut into your face, but cauterized it at the same time. But you weren't taken by Krampus. You weren't taken. We flash forward 2 years later. The present day, December 5th, 1999. The holiday very popularly referred to as Krampusnacht. Because no one really believes in Krampus, do they? Except for those who know better. Except for those who understand. And except for the few that escaped. What would adult Hans, with his wife and 2 children, be doing as the sun begins to set on December 5th, 1999?
Hans is going full lockdown, like he does every year, and how the people in his life have kind of learned to put up with it at this point. So, locking all the doors, throwing up shutters, anything he can do. We're all gonna go down into the basement and spend the night there, and he puts it to the kids like it's gonna be a little camp out because it's gonna be fun, but secretly or maybe not so secretly, he's terrified.
Would Luca be there too?
I would definitely ask if you wanted to come.
Absolutely. Luca lives with you.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Luca's afraid to live alone.
Luke is afraid to live alone. Sometimes that happens. Hans, your wife kind of just takes your eccentricities as they are and understands that, like, this is the day of the year that you go kind of nuts and doesn't really understand why, no matter how much you've tried to convince her that Krampus is real and exists. Gertie looks at you. Honey, why don't we all take a trip to the Christmas market? Before we get to the darkest part of night, we could all have some glow wine, some cocoa.
No, not tonight. The sun's too close to being down. It's not safe. I've told you this before. Luca, would you try? She doesn't listen to me. Would you tell her?
Yeah, it's almost noon. The sun is going to go down soon. No way.
It's almost noon. She looks at the two of you. It is almost noon. The kids haven't eaten. I promised them we'd go to the Christmas market. This is insane.
We have plenty of dried food ready to go in the basement that's been sitting there since last year. It's still perfectly good. I'll put some water on it. We'll heat it up. It's fine. It'll be great. It's fun, right, kids?
Papa, we want to go see the nutcrackers and the toy trains.
You can see a picture of those. It's the same thing. They look exactly the same. We'll look it up on the internet.
What is...
Oh, fuck. I forgot what
Internet?
decade we're in.
He forgot it was 1999.
I forgot what decade we're in. Oh, shit. I have to remember what this was like. I have the picture books. We'll look at the encyclopedia. We'll look at the encyclopedia. It's the same thing as in the pictures.
You gesture to the corner. There's just one of those old bookcases with the entire 26 volume of the Encyclopedia Britannica on the shelves.
Absolutely.
I don't understand what gets but in your heads until Gertie's looking at both of you. Each year, every year, you talk about the scars on your face. It was a nightmare, and the scars are from probably something completely unrelated.
Yeah, I hope you never have to understand what we're talking about. It's the worst night of our lives. I've tried to explain it, but I hope you don't have to ever understand what...
I'm going to take the kids to the Christmas market. You and Luca can stay here and play bunker if you really want. Or you could come and you could protect us if that makes you feel better.
Luca, if they're going, it's my kids. I gotta go with them.
All right, fine. Let's go.
Just hope we don't regret it.
We will.
I know.
As you all make your trip to the Christmas market, we are going to jump sort of sideways across the city to the harbor, to the portal that opened up about 4 or 5 years prior. It is still mysterious. It is still strange. A lot is still not understood completely as to why there are these portals into another plane of existence where magic and fairy tales seem to exist for reality. And two figures step through into the giant fenced-off science research lab that encapsulates the portal. A heavily armed elvish figure and a much smaller, but just as heavily armed, gnomish figure step through. Joe, would you describe what Tinsel looks like?
Tinsel Jollyoth is a high elf paladin who has sworn the oath of St. Nicholas to defend Christmas and the Christmas spirit through his patron, Father Christmas. He wears gleaming silver armor with accents of holly leaf and holly berry, and sports a shield that matches and a long sword, and he walks very nobly and with purpose.
And standing next to you, about coming up to maybe your knee or your thigh, we see Iris. Katrina, could you describe Iris?
My character is Iris Tinselman. She is a gnome and she stands about 2.5 feet tall. She weighs next to nothing, but if you underestimate her, she will kick your ass. And while our elfish friend walks with purpose, she walks joyfully. She is skipping along, happy to be here. You will see pieces of tinsel throughout her hair and hay from the reindeer that she takes care of.
You have come for a very specific purpose. Santa Claus and Krampus exist in sort of unity. One can't really exist without the other. We have the lightness, we have the darkness. They sort of balance each other out. However, Nicholas has been feeling a sort of imbalance occurring. Losing strength, losing power. And he fears what that means for his shadow, the being known as Krampus. For as he weakens and wanes, it would only make sense that the other being would get more powerful. And he has tasked both of you with venturing into the material plane to try and suss out what is happening. Try to figure out what you can do, what can be done to return order. You are faced, as you walk through the portal, with a room full of men in white coats. Different electronic meters and gauges all looking about, making beeping sounds with electrical currents going through them as they monitor the portal. The portal is still a relatively new thing. It is unknown. It is a curiosity. And you hear, as you step through, a bunch of different people in lab coats. Was is this? Oh no! And they start getting like really loud and crazy, and they start running around as two heavily armed beings step through. What would you guys do if faced with a room full of chaos?
Is there a way forward?
You could just keep walking and ignoring them. That is always a possibility.
Okay, so Tinsel is going to he's going to cast Thaumaturgy, and he's going to create a sound of jingle bells in this room, and he's going to just confidently walk forward and say, There, nothing to worry about. It is I, Tinsel Jollyoth, and we are here on a divine mission from Father Christmas himself. Calm yourselves. Have no fears.
They stop and look at you, and you hear them like, Christmas? And one of them steps forward, and in broken Sylvan, as that is the language you're probably most comfortable speaking, you're talking about Santa Claus?
Why, yes, of course. Father Christmas, surely you know of him.
I mean, my kids know of him, but... Are you saying Santa Claus is real?
You see, Iris, this is the problem. This is the problem. There's no holiday spirit anymore. This is why we're here.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should tie them up and put tinsel in their hair so that they get Christmas spirit back.
Now, I feel that might be a little brash. Remember, spirit comes from within.
You're right.
They have to want to do it themselves.
You're right.
They are noticing now, upon observing you a little closer, the very large sword that Tinsel holds at his side, and the multitude of weapons that Iris has attached all over her body. Iris, what are the weapons that they see on your body?
Oh, there's quite a few. I carry a whip that is Christmas lights on my hip. And then on my other side, I carry a sickle, which is like a very short scythe, for those who don't know. And it is candy cane. And then I have a long bow and then a short sword on my back as well.
And one of them goes to sort of like touch your sickle, not thinking about respecting that you are your own person with autonomy. But it's a peppermint sickle with the candy cane stripes. And it's, what is this? I mean, they reach out and touch it. But what do you do?
As they touch it, I'm just going to bap them on the hand and be like, no, sir, you have to ask first. Respect.
So many questions about... Okay, let's assume that Santa is real. And you two work for Santa.
Why, of course we do.
Obviously.
So are you here to help deliver gifts? It's a little early for delivering gifts. Are you...
No, it has nothing to do with that. That's pretty much been handed off to parents at this point. You know that. Enough of this druthering. All of this foolish talk is making me quite tired, and we have important work to do.
Well, we can't just let you go into this. I mean, we don't know what contaminants. We're still not sure about cross-contamination between planes, and we have to at least do some sort of test or something to make sure there's nothing going on. If you could just come over here, it shouldn't take more than 3 or 5 hours.
Samson, are we in like a building?
You're in
with like a normal door.
You're in like a tent, like a permanent tent situation. Not a hard structure building, but more one of those like decontamination tents surrounding something that they would be studying.
Okay. Tinsel is going to use Find Steed.
In the tent?
Summon... Yes.
Okay.
And he's going to summon Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Hell yeah.
Can we do that? That's public domain, right?
I think the idea of Rudolph is public domain, but I can't... I specifically looked up what Christmas songs I could and could not use, so that we can't sing the song, or we can't sing more than, 15 seconds of the song, is I think the rule. I think after a certain point, we'll get in trouble, but we can do, like, a portion of the song if we wanted to, but I think the idea of Rudolph is public domain enough that it's fine.
Okay, so Tinsel summons a reindeer with a burgundy nose, and he hops on and extends a hand down to Iris and says, "Come now, Iris, we have important work to do."
They all kind of back away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab onto his hand and I'm just gonna be like, Tinsel, can you believe they think we're contaminated? They think Santa doesn't let us shower. They think we're gross. As I hop onto the back of the steed.
These humans have so much to learn about the holiday season. And with that, he kind of rears Rudolph, and they're gonna shoot just straight out of the tent. Who cares about what happens? They're just going.
So we're gonna recharacterize this as Rolf, the maroon-nosed reindeer, because of what Ensemble just told everyone. what Rowan just told everyone. Don't worry, character arts. It's not Rudolph, it's Rolf.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll cut that in post.
Are you running? Is he running or is he flying? Because as we know, the magic reindeer associated with Santa can fly.
He's running, and then once they're out of the tent, then they're gonna take off and get an aerial view.
The reindeer runs through the docks of the Hamburg harbor on the banks of the Elbe River. And there's Christmas trees and lights strung up all over the gangplanks. And you see wreaths on ship portholes. It's very clear that, like, even though this is a place of business and travel and transit and transaction and merchandising, they have the Christmas spirit. It's not dead. But the belief is not really there so much. It's more a commercial holiday to most of them. And you fly above the city. What are you looking for?
Can Tinsel do some sort of check to see if he can identify any sort of areas of like darkness or dark magic or anything like that?
Sure. Let's call it... This will either be a religion check or we could call it survival. If you're just trying to track down something, you'll get different information for religion.
Okay. I'm bad at both, so let's go with survival. Ooh, that's bad. That is a 5 minus 2. That's a 3.
Can I do a religion?
Sure.
Okay.
Or if you want, well, which one of you has better religion? Because you could also give the help action to whoever.
Mine's bad.
I have
So.
a +2.
Okay. There's no point in not trying.
If I could interject, because this is a one-shot, would his paladin, like, divine sense have any bearing here?
100%.
Hey, do that.
Okay, I do that.
Okay, I can do that. You open up your divine sense. And you immediately feel both the presence of Christmas strongly coming from the Rothaus market, the Christmas market, but also that negative energy, that anti-Christmas kind of feeling, that anti-joy kind of feeling lurking somewhere along there.
I got a 9 for religion.
Nope.
Heh.
Not good. But the channel divinity is gonna give you, there is a strong sense of, like, I guess, Christmas energy coming. If you're trying to feel the sort of anti-claus energy, this is where the anti-claus energy is happening. Copyrighted. Claiming copyright over anti-claus energy.
Well, Iris, I think I'm feeling some anti-Christmas magic down over in that area by the market. What do you say we go check that out?
Let's go.
We come into the Christmas market. One of many, but this is the biggest, most glorious one in the city. Lights strewn everywhere. In beautiful arrangements depicting different Christmas scenes in all the windows of all the stores. And at the head of the street leading in, we have the St. George Cathedral. And out steps its main forerunner, the person who gives every bit of themselves to the cathedral and the flock that worships there. Alexis, could you describe your character?
So my character his name is James Nation. You can call him Jimmy. He's 6'2". He's not overly built, but he's not scrawny. He just has a presence about him. He's got dark, beautifully coiffed hair, parted down the side, just it glistens. Brown eyes with golden flakes in it. They just kind of draw you in. And he always seems to have some sort of glowing tan about him.
And he's welcoming all the visitors. It's great to be the priest of the church right outside the Christmas market, because people come to the church all the time throughout the whole season. Plus, St. George Cathedral has these beautiful stained glass fixtures that go up to accentuate the standard cathedral windows they have with scenes of Christmas and scenes of the holidays. And it's just a beautiful tourist stop. And Jimmy really soaks that in. Really feeling it. Jimmy is sitting outside with a small table set up with pitchers of mulled cider, pouring hot cider for everyone who comes and goes, and welcoming them to the market, welcoming them to the street, to the entrance to the wonderful Christmas market. But the problem is that Jimmy is kind of covering up for something. Two children of the congregation were taken in a previous night about 2 nights ago. And the parents came to Jimmy and were sort of, what do we do? And we're torn up about it and worried. They don't know who took them, if they were taken or if they ran away for sure. The only thing they know is they found sort of claw marks on the door. What did Jimmy say to them?
Jimmy looks the parents in the eyes and just says, this is a really terrible situation. And he runs through the evening, or when were they abducted, actually? Were they abducted 2 nights before,
ago.
you said? And it was at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
So he just goes through and says, tell me about what happened. And they explain kind of what happened. They show him the claw marks. And he says, well, I'm sure these were just put there by your dogs, right? And he basically kind of just talks in circles around them and makes them feel like it's kind of their own fault for losing sight of their children. Children should be monitored.
Oh, no!
Yeah, children should be monitored. And he kind of just lays it on
maybe we should have kept better eye on them. Maybe it is our fault. Make a persuasion check to make these parents who are grief-stricken feel bad about themselves.
17.
Was that 17 on the die, or what was it on the die?
It was a 15. No, it was a 2 plus my 15.
But remember, you can't. If you get a 2, it gets immediately replaced with a 10, because you can't roll below a 10 on the die for persuasion or deception check.
25. Is that what it would be?
It's a 25.
Okay.
25 persuasion. They are left feeling like garbage people.
These parents would later go on to invent the child leash.
These parents would later go on to invent the child leash. It's our fault. We did this. Father Jimmy, thank you for seeing it. We did. We did this. This is our fault. What can we do to pay penance? What can we do to hopefully get the Lord to bring our children home?
I think this is a really good time to talk to you about tithing. Your tithes have been really low, and I think if you just gave a little bit more to the church.
Oh no!
You're such an asshole.
Yo, Father Jimmy's a dick.
If you just gave a little bit more to the church, I think this might turn out in your favor.
Honey, how much do you have on you right now? What do the Germans use to pay money? Is the euro a thing back then?
Marks?
Marks?
No, Marks.
Marks. Well,
I think,
say it's Marks.
maybe?
Here's all the marks I have, and he just gives you a wad of cash.
Well, folks, we take checks as well, so.
Katrina is holding her head, staring at the camera.
I'm horrified. Oh my god. I was so looking forward to Jimmy. He's a monster.
He's a monster. He's kind of a monster. Really makes you think about the Catholic Church. We love all religions here at Saving Throw Society. This was
So
2
about
nights
that
ago.
check.
This is. They write you a fat check
Oh, yeah.
on a 25
Well,
persuasion.
Yeah.
They
How much is the check exactly?
They're not going to need the college fund anymore. So might as well
don't
just
need the
empty
college
that.
fund anymore. The kids are gone. This is so messed up. When me and Alexis were like, what should you play? And I had the idea for priest, and then Alexis took the priest to this level.
So good.
The problem is usually Nick's doing stupid stuff in the main campaign, and now we have a human priest. Just a guy.
He's just a guy,
Anyway, back to the present day. We are in mid-afternoon. The sun is still fairly high up in the sky. Not too close to sunset yet. Jimmy is handing out mulled cider and talking about the penance of Jesus Christ and everything that he loves, and how everyone should come and spread the cheer at Mass. And I believe you even have posters hanging for a special Mass in remembrance of the children that are missing.
Of course we do. We've used some of the proceeds from the fat check that the parents wrote to provide grape juice for people when they come. But only in those really tiny little baby cups, not full cups. We don't want to spend all the money. We want to spend only a little bit.
My joy right now is watching the contrast between Katrina's face and Eric's face. Because Eric has this giant shit-eating grin on, and Katrina just looks terrified and horrified.
I haven't even been paying attention to Eric because I've just been watching the horror on Katrina's face. It's been amazing.
It keeps getting worse.
It just keeps getting worse.
It's so funny.
This is role playing, guys. It's not supposed to be this real.
Have we found the real enemy of this campaign? It's not Krampus.
We're gonna team up with Krampus to take Jimmy down.
It's not. No, I told you. Alexis is the monster.
Luca and Hans, you approach entering the market. You pass this Cathedral St. George as you enter into the Christmas market. And Gertie sees all the displays, and she's like, I want to do some last minute Christmas shopping. Are you okay to watch the kids while I go ahead?
Oh yeah, I've been like holding both children's hands, like bone knuckle white, to the point where they're almost like, Dad, please stop, it hurts. So I'm not letting go of these fucking kids right now.
Eric, and actually Hans and Luca, both of you make Constitution saving throws.
22.
Oh, that's a nat 1. For a 6. Oh,
Luca, what did you get?
it's a nat 1. It's a nat 1
It's a
for a
nat 1.
6.
Oh.
You feel, Luca, white hot pain coursing through the scar on your face. And Eric, as you watch, you don't feel the pain, Hans, but as you watch Luca's demeanor change, you notice that scar glows kind of a deep red momentarily.
Luca, what's going on? What's wrong?
It burns, man. I don't know.
I'm just
Have I
gonna start.
felt this before?
No, not since the claws scraped your face.
I'm gonna just
Yeah,
start
I don't know.
head on a swivel, looking around. Where's Krampus? He's here. He's here. He's back for me. What's going on? I'm scared.
I told you years ago, man. Should have dumped her. We're here because of her.
Shut up.
As Gertie wanders through the crowd, you see posters outside of the cathedral and posters in the opening of the market talking about the missing children from a few nights before.
So I'm gonna drag the children along with me as I go up to one, rip one of the posters down, and then go to find Gertie to say, "Look, I was right. You were wrong. We have to go home."
As you are looking for Gertie and going deeper into the market, I'm assuming that Luca is following behind you.
Yeah.
Are you moving quickly or are you moving carefully?
Oh no, I have to go prove to my wife that I'm right. A chance like this comes once in a lifetime.
Go, go, go. Fast, fast, fast. Gotta go.
What's your passive perception, Hans?
It's a big fat 10.
You keep going through the market.
It's fine. I'm right.
You
and
are
I'm
right.
Fueled by that
Let's see,
knowledge.
Luca, what's your passive perception?
10.
Also 10? Okay.
Yeah.
You both are determined that Gertie is wrong and you are right. You are going hard and fast.
We're like power walking.
See, I told she has to believe us now. I told her she wouldn't listen.
You're just plowing through the crowd, going full force. And eventually you find
Come on,
Gertie
kids.
outside of a toy store. And a crowd has sort of also gathered outside of a toy store. And they're all kind of looking in awe at what they're seeing. There are 2 hoof prints in the ice of the grate outside that are steaming red hot. And claw marks left on the wooden door. And Gertie's standing there looking. I've seen a lot to get people to come to stores. This is pretty impressive. It's Krampusnacht. They're really leaning into the whole Krampus thing.
Have I caught up to her by the time she says that?
Yes.
Are you insane? Look at this! And I'm just showing the flyer in her face. Look at those! Look at this flyer. I've told you, and you never believe me. And this is proof. We have to get home. It's not safe out here.
Hans,
It's
where are the
it's
kids?
past noon at this point.
Where are the kids?
I had them right. And I had them right. They were with me. What?
Passive perception of 10 is not good.
You so Mitch.
Oh, no.
I don't even, like, at this point, don't even answer her. My kids are gone. I'm running back the way I came, and I have to look for my children now.
You run back the way you came. I'm assuming you're going as fast as you can, not really paying attention to who you bump into, who you shove.
I am shoving people out of my way.
You collide head first with a suit of armor as Tinsel Jollyoth stands in your path.
Ow, what the fuck?
Hail and well met.
Get out of my way, my kids are missing. And I'm just trying to get past him.
Iris, did he just say that his kids were missing?
I think so.
I think this could be the direction we need to go. I say we follow.
I agree.
Now there's 3 people who, only 2 of them know each other. You're essentially chasing the sort of tall and thin Hans through the crowd. I'm assuming Luca is also lumbering behind.
I did
Luca,
follow behind.
how big is Luca as an adult? We talked about how big Luca was as a child.
Like 7 foot.
7 foot?
Yeah. 7 foot and like huge, like massive arms, tiny legs, massive arms.
Luca is Shaquille O'Neal.
Lucas skipped leg day.
So a Shaq-sized person is chasing after running through the crowds. And you wind up back at the entrance. But the last place you saw them was just outside the Cathedral St. George. And you're looking around, you're trying to figure out where they went. You're standing with 2 very outlandish people. What? Again, the Fae being present in the material plane is new. I don't know, Hans, if you even want to put together the fact that these are not humans that you bumped into.
Right now, no. I'm so single-mindedly focused. My children are fucking missing. I don't care about other people. I have to find my kids.
As you are going through, you start getting everyone turning to look at you. Until the entirety of the Christmas market is staring ahead at the group of not the tallest man, but maybe about 6 foot, 6'2", thinner stock, a giant of a man, a elf clad in full plate armor, and a gnome with a reindeer. And there's whispers going through the whole crowd. Is this some sort of Christmas attraction? Is this new? Is this? And then you start hearing, this is some other plane bullshit. This is. Why can't they just stay across? Just stay where they want, where they're welcome. This is not. No one wants them here. And Jimmy, you notice all this attraction being paid, all this attention being paid to the 2 off-worlders, I guess you would call them. And any attention, any news is good news. What would Jimmy do if he saw all the attention being paid to 2 people very clearly not from around here?
Well, he would immediately walk up to those people and introduce himself. So that's what he does.
Hans and Luca, you are not paying attention to Jimmy at all. You're just running around like chickens with their heads cut off, scrambling to try to find anything they can. And you see the posters of the children taken. And they say at the bottom, any information, contact James, priest of the cathedral. So what would Tinsel and Iris have to say to James? Or Jimmy?
Hail and well met. I see we have a man of the cloth.
Jimmy reaches out his hand for a handshake, and he introduces himself and says, Father James. And he grabs his hand and shakes it vigorously, very strongly. You know, he has to assert his dominance.
If Hans is looking at the poster and says, contact Father James, and then he hears somebody introduce himself as Father James, he's going to immediately turn around and run up to them. Oh, Father, please help me. My children, they're missing. I just had them right here. They're gone. I don't know where they are. It's Krampus. It had to be Krampus. He's come back for them, like he came for me.
Did you say Krampus?
Yes, of course I said Krampus.
Father James, what do you know about this Krampus?
Oh, it's just an old myth. There is no
You shut up!
thing.
He took my children.
And Father
This
James,
is untrue. The Krampus is far from a myth.
Father James turns around, and he looks. Well, what's your name? Who again? What are you playing? Hans.
Hans.
So he turns around and he looks at Hans square in the eyes, and he says, "When is the last time you came to church?"
I'm here now. Shut up! My children are missing.
And so for Father James, he basically, that's all he needs to know. And he turns his back on him and directs his attention back at the newcomers.
How can you turn your back on someone who has lost their children? What kind of faithful man are you?
Well, I'm the kind that likes to invite any new people to the town. I know everyone here.
Well, to be fair, I'm not really interested in your human myths. All of these religions that have populated this earth. I believe in real things like Santa Claus and the Christmas spirit. And that is what we need to focus on right now.
The sentence of I believe in real things like Santa Claus and the Christmas spirit.
What did you say your name was, son? Hans?
Yeah.
We need to find your children.
I
because
know, I'm looking
clearly
for
that
them.
is linked to the Krampus. So where was the last time you saw them?
Here.
Anyone that wants to can make some sort of investigation check.
15.
18 on the die plus 2 for a 20.
This is the highest 120.
I got a 5.
Tinsel Jollyoth, not the most high intelligence character.
No. He's charismatic as fuck, though.
Hail and well met! On a 20, you start to put details together. You see prints in the snow that are quickly getting swallowed up by the footprints of all the passerbys and goers to the market. But there are distinct hoof prints in the snow. And you haven't seen any horses.
I'm gonna look up to Tinsel, and I'm gonna be like, Tinsel, hoofs, we gotta go. And I'm gonna start following the hoof prints.
Tinsel follows. Come, Hans, we must locate your children. This is the way.
Yeah, thank you, small child, for finding the hoof prints.
Oh.
So the hoof prints lead back into the market a ways. Jimmy, would you be following the most interesting people you've seen all day, or would you stay at the cathedral?
Well, Jimmy follows these interesting folks because he's a nosy kind of guy and he wants to know everything that's happening in the town. So these are new people and he wants to supervise whatever they're doing to make sure that they're not crossing any boundaries.
As you follow, the steps seem to lead through different alleyways of the market until you come to a darker area of a stall. It's specifically like a Christmas gift stall. It has Christmas things inside, nutcrackers, artificial trees, wreaths, etc. And the window pane on the door is shattered, and there's claw marks on the wood.
I'm going in. I'm looking for my kids.
So I'm going to assume that Hans is the first one through the door. Hans enters, and everyone follows behind. And as you enter, it seems to get much darker immediately.
I'm going to use the light cantrip to light some shit up.
As you enter and it becomes well lit, it looks like something tore through here. But you're not quite sure what. And you enter and you walk through and you see things overturned. Make a survival or perception check.
Okay. Ah, no. I don't want to talk about it. It's a 1.
You don't notice anything. You're so laser focused on your kids. At this point, everyone is falling behind you. Who has the highest passive perception? Or passive investigation, you can also go with.
I have a 24 for passive investigation.
24. You notice a sort of something falls in the shadows and Christmas ornaments sort of roll out from a corner. And you immediately are drawn to your vision turns and looks over there. It's just, you're naturally inquisitive. It's something you want to know everything about everyone and about everything going on in the town. How better can you control what's happening if you don't know it? And there are tall, sort of life-size Nutcracker figurines standing there. Just standing there. And you get closer. And as you turn back, because nothing seems apparent, does an 18 hit your armor class?
Oh, hold on. Yes.
You immediately feel a sharp pain in your shoulder as something blunt and strong clamps down, and you take 6 points of force damage, bludgeoning damage, but you take 12 points of cold damage as one of the Nutcrackers chomps down on your shoulder. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Anyone above a 20?
24.
Damn.
I have a 28.
You have a 28 on initiative?
Oh
I
my
have
God.
+8 to initiative for.
And you rolled a nat
Yeah.
20?
How?
That's insane.
It's gonna be my only
Heck
one.
Yeah.
Expect a lot of nat ones from now on.
Anyone 15 to
That's
20?
cool. I just rolled 1,000,000.
15 to 20? 10 to 15.
11.
Oh, wow. We both got 11. Who has
Who has the higher dex?
my dex is +2.
So is mine.
Then you guys go on the same initiative. That means, what did Tinsel get?
As you guys would say, a strong 8.
A shout out to Anthony. No one goes before Iris. That would be insane. Iris, what do you want to do? You are faced. There are 4 of these nutcrackers that are coming to life in the room, and you see one clamped down with its jaw shut on Jimmy's shoulder.
I am going to pull out my Christmas light whip, and I'm going to attempt to whip it right by the legs to see if I can get it to fall.
Okay, roll to hit.
That is going to be a 13 to hit.
A 13 does not hit.
Yeah, all right. And I am going to. Man, I think that's all I want to do right now.
Okay, and that's going to go to Luca.
So I'm going to take my warhammers off of my back and start swinging them around my body wildly. Just for no other reason, just to look cool. And then go into a rage. And then I'm going to attack the nutcracker that just attacked.
So if I'm not mistaken, when you go into a rage, something else happens.
This is true. I do.
Oh, no.
So
do
why
I
don't
roll
you
for
roll on
that?
your
Or
wild
do you
magic
roll that?
table?
What do I roll for that?
I think
Isn't it? Oh, I don't know how the variants work.
so. You are gonna roll on your wild magic barbarian table. You have to roll a d8.
D8. Let's see. Oh. A 4.
Magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you are holding until your rage ends. The weapon's damage type changes to force damage, and it gains the light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the end of your current turn.
Oh, I was built to throw this hammer. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this hammer right at his face.
Roll to hit.
Oh, it was so close to being really good, and then it was a 12.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay. Well, I would like to take another attack, if I may.
Go for it.
But I believe this one would not be with that same weapon, right? I'd have to use the other weapon.
Well, you are past level 5 as a barbarian. You get 2 normal attacks plus your bonus action attack per turn. But you already used your bonus action to rage, so this is your second attack of the turn, so you can use your same weapon.
Well, it's a 9, so. That's it for me.
Then that goes to it's Jimmy and Hans's shared initiative.
So how many nutcrackers are there? Was it just one?
There's 4.
There's 4. Okay, cool.
One is actively chomping on Jimmy.
Okay, cool. I've wanted to say this
So rude.
my entire D&D career. I don't care how big the room is. I cast Fireball.
Oh, no.
Although I do...
The room is not very big.
I do use a sorcery point to use it using careful spell, so the 4 other people in this party will have advantage on the saving throw.
Okay. But if we all remember, even with advantage on a saving throw with Fireball, you still will take half damage.
I'm distraught. My kids are gone.
That's fair.
Are you
so
upcasting
fair.
Fireball, or are you
No,
casting it at 3rd level?
Just 3rd level.
Okay. Everyone make dex saves with advantage.
Also, is everybody within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
So then I have Aura of Protection. So everybody gets a +2 to saving throws.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. So add +2 and advantage.
I totally knew that going into this.
That means I got a 21.
17.
What's your saving? What do they have to beat?
16.
Yes.
So anyone above a 16 saves.
Fantastic.
Man, my ass is burnt.
Crispy.
Yeah, me too. Tinsel got a 14.
Okay. How
12.
many d6 is it?
Just 8 of them.
Oh my god.
8 d6.
Just 8 of them.
Gee whiz.
But
Be gentle.
all the nutcrackers totally failed, and they're
If you saved, you only take half damage. All the nutcrackers failed. They rolled a 4 on the die.
and they're made of wood, so they're totally vulnerable, right?
You know what? They will take double damage.
I didn't know that would work.
Well, it makes sense.
It does. All right, help me math. 3 plus 10 is 13. Plus 7 is 20. Plus 4 is 24.
You didn't need our help.
24 is that. So 24 points of fire damage doubled to 48 points of fire damage for each of the nutcrackers.
Yeah.
They are still standing,
Fuck those guys.
but they are burnt. If you failed the saving throw, you take 24 points of fire damage. If you pass the saving throw, you only take 12.
Jeez.
Merry Christmas.
Watch for you point that thing, bro.
My kids are gone.
That is going to go to Jimmy.
I think we're gonna. So is the nutcracker that's got a hold of me still chomping on me? I'm assuming he's not at this point.
No, he's not anymore. He's burning.
He's burning. Okay. I look around the room real quick and I take a quick evaluation of everybody around me and see who's hurting the worst.
I think probably
Don't worry about me.
Tinsel and Iris.
Okay.
Tinsel's okay, though.
Tinsel has lots of hit points.
So then Iris.
I was say Iris is taking out burn marks in her hair.
So then I So I'm pretty pissed that I just got singed. So I turn around to Hans and I cast Pacify Person.
I don't know what that does.
So that's a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
18.
Ah, well, with my fat plus 0, this should be easy. Yeah. Screw you, I got a nat 1.
Oh,
How many nat ones have you
Too
rolled
many.
this session? You have to get rid of that die.
It's 2 of them, though. I don't know what to do. Should I break the chomp dice out again? Those are good.
What does Pacify a Person do?
so unfortunately, you can't attack
Aw.
or cast a spell that affects an enemy
Aw.
or deal damage to another creature
Aw.
until the spell ends. It doesn't really say how long the spell lasts, so I guess that would be up to you, Samson.
Pacify Person.
But you can try again for the saving throw next time. It's your turn.
Is it like a concentration spell?
Concentration 1 minute.
Oh, so the whole fight. Okay.
Well, but you have to make the save again, or you can try to convince her to drop concentration.
It's cool. I did all my damage on the front end.
This is going to go to the Nutcrackers, who go before Tinsel does. Oh, fuck. It's a nat 20
Oh.
on Hans.
Oh.
Oh, did I totally forget I used my bonus action to Misty Step the fuck out of there?
Did you?
I feel like it's cheating if I do it now, but I should have.
I think we can't backtrack that, unfortunately. I think we can't backtrack that,
No.
unfortunately.
Okay. Well, this is where I die, guys. It's been real.
So, one of the Nutcrackers unsheathes the sword at its belt. And deals you 8 slashing with 7 cold damage as well.
8 and 7 is 15?
Oh shit, this is nat 20. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Oh, 30?
So it's actually I'm sorry. It's actually 15 slashing and 16 cold.
31. Cool.
The other Nutcracker is going to attack with a 18 plus 6 is going to hit Jimmy, but not an nat 20. Deals 3 bludgeoning and 5 cold as it takes another chomp at you.
Okay.
It rolled real low on those. 19 on the die to hit the main man, Tinsel Jollyoth. That hits. With the sword. 5 slashing. 12 cold. And the last one comes at Hans again with the fire. With a 12 plus 6 and 18. Five slashing, 5 cold. That goes to Tinsel Jollyoth.
Okay. Tinsel goes to Hans and puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "Don't worry, we'll find your kids." And he gives Hans 10 health. 10 points. And then he turns to the Nutcrackers, and are they all within... Let's say I had a spell that could make a 15-foot cone of fire. Would it hit all 4 of them?
It would. They have not spread out.
Okay, great. So I would like to cast Burning Hands, which is a dex save of 14.
Fun thing about Nutcrackers, they're not super dexterous. That's a 4 on the die. Plus 2.
Great. So I'm casting this at first level because I saw the effect of the fireball, so I'm hoping that this fire spell will have the same effect. So that is 13 fire damage, hopefully doubled to 26.
I have to do math. They took 48 before. Oh, you're going to be so mad. They are
They
all
have one
still
hit point.
standing.
Damn it.
Barely. So, fun fact, because you're going to kill them the next time that anything gets hit, I'm just going to let you know, each one of these has 75 hit points. We have dealt
You
them
get 74?
74 each.
Come on.
That's
He's on a-
insane.
I wish I could make this up, but 26 plus 48 is 74. That is going to go to Iris.
Okay. I am going to take out my sickle and see if I can hit the one that is yet again chomping on good old Jimmy.
Go for it.
That is going to be a... Man, that's a 13 to hit.
Dang.
That misses. But you have multiple attacks.
I'm going to try again.
Okay.
Nat 20 for a 27.
Cool.
When I hit
you don't
them,
have to roll damage. You don't have to roll damage.
She's so disappointed. She's so.
But when you hit them, what would you finish your
been?
sentence? I mean, finish your sentence by all means.
This is going to be really a dramatic hit, but I want you all to imagine a gnome and little Iris. She is going to climb up his leg and stab the sickle into the face and tear out, basically destroying the entire face.
That's fun. Love that.
And then she's just going to land gently on top.
Super fun. Super fun times. Love it.
Thank you.
So, you get your extra attack. Beyond that, you also have a bonus action attack. If you want.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody's kind of within range of me. And I nut punch the nutcracker.
Yeah. Roll to hit.
Let's see if it hits.
You know what? Inspiration. Take advantage. I don't care.
A 22.
It hits.
I'm gonna come up to a nutcracker, full sprint, and I'm just gonna uppercut where his junk would be, and then he's just gonna explode. Into little
There are now
wood bits.
2 nutcrackers left. There's only 2 left. That goes.
Tinsel says, excellent shot, Iris.
That goes to Luca.
All right, we keep swinging these hammers. That's a 10. So I'm gonna swing again. And that's a Jesus. That's a 10. And so I'm. You know what? I'm gonna swing again.
Why don't you roll reckless? Why don't you roll reckless so you can roll with advantage?
Well, okay. So then the 10 would have been the first one with advantage, right? So then this would be the second one, which is a 13.
This still doesn't hit. Oh no!
And so then my final attack
Go for it.
is a 19. Hey, look at
That
that.
hits.
All right. Yeah. I hit him. He explodes. I'm gonna as I swing my hammer around, I'm just I fucking hate Christmas.
That goes to Hans.
I am so passive right now. It's crazy.
You have to, you can try to roll your wisdom save again.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Actually, real quick before you do that, how much fire damage did you take? No, how much damage did you take from the Nutcracker before, Jimmy? When in that last turn, how much damage did you take from the Nutcracker?
I think it was 8 total.
Okay, so you need to make a DC 10 con save to remain to keep concentration on your passive type person.
Oh yeah, concentration spells. and
DC 10
damage
con
and stuff.
save.
And I have rolled a 12.
You're still pacified.
I am so passive.
Roll your wisdom save.
Alright, let me roll this hot wisdom save.
Sorry, man.
Well, it's 11 better than a 1.
Well, you are still
So it
passive.
ain't good enough.
It's Jimmy's turn.
so passive.
Oh, Jimmy. All right. So there's one nutcracker left, right?
There is.
So Jimmy is going to run up to this nutcracker and try to stick his dagger in the... I guess where, like, the mouth would open.
Okay.
So he rolls a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet.
And you can technically get advantage and sneak attack because everyone's within 5 feet, so you can roll sneak attack damage on top of your dagger damage.
Okay, well, my dagger damage is 5.
Oh wait, they die. They have 1 hit point.
Yeah.
They die. You stab a nutcracker in the head, and it dies.
Look at me.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. And Jimmy looks around and he surveys the room and the people that are in the room with him, and he says, "Oh, you all look kind of shitty. By the grace of Lord God, I hope that you all feel better soon." And he holds out his hands and he casts mass healing word.
How many hit points do they get back?
They are gonna get 15.
Cool.
So,
May God be with you.
and also with you.
Thank you so much.
Tinsel looks skeptically, but accepts the healing.
But accepts the healing.
Jimmy looks directly at Tinsel and smiles.
Han's children are missing, but he's fine. And so passive.
Well, now that you're out of combat, time moves much quicker.
I mean, it's still a minute. It hasn't been a minute yet. So in 10 to 15 seconds, he's going to get real panicked real soon. But right now, he's fine. Oh my god, my kids are gone!
Either Tinsel or Iris make either religion or history check.
I have +2 for both. What are you looking at?
I have -2 for
You
both.
give the help action,
All right, I'll go ahead and
Yeah, I give the help
so you roll with
action.
advantage.
cool. We'll do history. God, I got advantage. 19, 21.
Was that history or religion you were rolling?
I did history.
Okay. You remember distinctly when Niklaus told you to come here that you needed to make sure, because Krampus collects children when he comes, the naughty. That's the deal. 1 or 2. You had a warning that it would be incredibly bad if he collected 6. And right now he has 4.
Okay. Is there anything around us that will give us our next clue on where we need to go?
Anyone that wants to make an investigation check could. I know one of you is very good at that.
I got a 19.
I have a 27.
Damn.
You see in the back of the Christmas store, this is very much a tourist holiday store. Hamburg is very much a touristy town. This is very much a Christmas store built for the holiday season. It has many things inside that also advertise the city. And you see these sort of very festive looking maps decorated with all sorts of different things throughout points of attraction. And you see on the map on top, the section labeled Spiekerstadt has had a portion ripped out from it. The Spiekerstadt is the world's largest historic warehouse district. Lots of large buildings, lots of large open spaces, lots of places to hide stolen children. So that's sort of what you see, is that this portion of the map has been torn out, as though someone saw it and was like, let's go there. Do you convey that to the rest of the group?
So Jimmy would take it in and understand it and turn to the rest of the group and say, I think I know where we need to go next. But he wouldn't point out anything specific. He would just say, this is where we need to go.
All right, while Jimmy is saying all this information, I'm going to go up to Tinsel, and I'm basically going to be like, Puppies, real quick. Will Tinsel pick me up?
Iris, this is usually something that happens in private.
Wait. I need to know right now, what is the relationship between Tinsel and Iris? If this is something that happens in private, what is the relationship between Tinsel and Iris?
I don't know, Katrina, what's the relationship?
It's gonna be a weird, odd, I don't know yet.
If
Okay, then I'm
uppies is
stepping
something
in.
that happens in private.
This is a brother younger sister type of vibe,
Perfect.
and it's and I'm assuming this is a comforting thing. I have to assume that, right?
Sure.
That's better than
Will
where
you
my
pick
mind
me
went,
up?
so I'm going to accept it.
All right, come now. He picks Iris up.
Okay, as you pick me up, I'm going to whisper to you that after putting together everything, Krampus has 4 people and he's not allowed to get 6, so we really need to step on it.
All right. Well, should we trust? I mean, this is a man of the cloth. Should we trust where he's going?
I mean, he would know the town best.
Yes. A well thought out response, Iris, as always. Father James. I put Iris down and pat Iris on the head.
So weird.
Okay. Father James, if you know where these children are, then lead the way. We follow.
So yes, the Lord is directing me along this path, and then he walks forward toward the direction of the warehouse.
I don't know who this Lord is, but hopefully he knows.
Does Father James explain the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to Tinsel Jollyoth?
Oh, well, as we're walking towards the warehouse, yes, he absolutely takes the opportunity to explain the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Mother Mary. And also he invites him to Mass on the following Sunday, possibly even the following Wednesday. And he invites him to also tithe heftily.
So you're
when he
telling
comes.
me that a baby was born in a manger on December 25th.
Oh, we're gonna lose so many people if they hear this. D&D people are big Christ people, right? As you continue the path to the Spiekerstadt, the historic warehouse district of Hamburg, I need anyone to make a sort of Arcana check as you're moving.
19 plus 2 for 21.
21. And we get above a 25.
30, 20, not a 25 now.
21, 20 are not bad. They're very good. You're moving through and you see sort of out of the corner of your eye shadows moving as the sun starts going down and getting darker until it finally comes to a sort of dusk. And the lanterns start to light the paths. The lanterns are all lit. The light from the sky is dim. It's not really apparent as the sun has crossed below the horizon. And as you've been going, you've been noticing these glowing red claw marks in different layers of brick and layers of walls and layers of buildings. Until you come to warehouse 22. And the door is ripped clean off the hinges. You're all standing outside this warehouse. It's dark inside. There is some candlelight coming from inside, but it's mostly dark. Is anyone going in?
Yeah, I'm looking for my kids. I'm going.
You rush in. There are piles of crates everywhere, different boxes of storage materials, different factory setups. This is very clearly a mercantile warehouse. Different fabrics are everywhere, and in the center, an opening has been cleared out, and a large wicker cage stands in the center. You see 2 unconscious children, and 2 other children that immediately you recognize. Young Sasha and young Wilhelm. Papa, something took us and we're stuck and we can't get out. You gotta help us. Where's Mama?
I'm just beelining for him.
As you get closer, the candles begin to flicker, and you feel something start burning on your face, the scar from where Krampus raked your face all those years ago. And you feel magic power up inside of your body. And you exhibit a wild magic surge.
Dope.
So roll a D100.
19.
Oh, it's a good one. It's actually a good one. Everyone gains 5 temp hit points. The same thing happens to you, Rowan. Except this is a much more powerful wild magic surge than you've ever exhibited when you've gotten angry before, so I need you to roll a full D100 as well.
90.
A 90. The next attack you make will be max damage.
Let's go.
Both of these blew up in my face. I was hoping for some crazy shit. Instead, everyone got really good shit. The next attack you make will be max damage. So keep that in mind. You feel yourself bolstered with like crazy strength right now. And the candles continue to flicker. You begin to hear the tolling of bells. You begin to hear the jangling of chains, and a rift begins to open in the center of the floor, almost gaping into the realms beneath. Not quite hell. As icy wind from the Alpine mountains blows out of this crater forming in the middle of the warehouse. And the boxes begin to tumble, the crates begin to tumble, the mechanical equipment begins to fall apart, and the room shakes. And a giant clawed hand emerges from the rift, beginning to pull out the body. You brought me a whole family. And the entire wicker dome slams shut around the 4 children within. And a burst of infernal energy forces you all to fly backwards as the roof begins to cave in around you. All of the candles extinguish at once, and you hear laughter echoing out, deep, wrecking laughter. Echoing out from within the darkness, because all you can see right now is darkness. But there are shifting shadows. The kind of shadows you can still see in the dark. And they almost look like the shadows of children. The shadows of impish little beings running throughout. And you begin to hear childlike voices singing.
Krampus time. If you're naughty, if you lie, he'll peek in through the window high. Hush now, don't you cry. Krampus loves to hear you sigh. Birch rod switch
And that's where we'll leave you for now. The bells are ringing, the snow is falling, and something dark still stalks the night. To hear the thrilling final hour and chilling conclusion of our special holiday episode, Krampusnacht, and to discover the fate of our courageous heroes, you'll need to join the society on our Patreon. The final saving throws await, and not everyone may walk away unmarked. From all of us here at Saving Throw Society, thank you for listening, thank you for supporting the show, and thank you for being a part of our strange and wonderful community. My name is Samson Flansbaum, and I hope all who celebrate have a happy holiday, and may your dice roll true, especially tonight.